Behold, the Redeemer Prime, truly the outlaw of Melee 3.0, able to bring whole groups of enemies to their knees with this build that completely ignores Melee 3.0. Some of the more popular weapons from Melee 2.0 have made the jump to Melee 3.0 viability in interesting ways, and the Redeemer Prime is no exception, if not the strangest of them, kind of just disregarding the fact that Melee 3.0 happened altogether. Are you still alive? Not anymore. Here I'm basically just heavy attacking, but I'm running a different build than initial combo, even though I'm basically fighting like an initial combo build. You just spam heavy attacks, but heavy attack mods are not very optimal. I tried to make a different version of this build that uses Corrupt Charge. I tried to include things like Killing Blow, and this version was better, even though, again, it basically is not aware that Melee 3.0 happened. In fact, barring Titanic Sacrificial Steel buffs, this build is pretty similar to what it would have been in Melee 2.0. Again, you'd fire it differently. Gas damage gives us a single heavy attack, the ability to hit multiple enemies in a crowd, and Magnetic is only here for Condition Overload, only because it happens to be what's left after your gas while getting to 100% status chance. Normally that 100% status threshold doesn't matter. It's usually wasteful and suboptimal to use so much of one thing. It can be actively bad just because of how Buildcraft works to go for 100% status, but the Redeemer Prime specifically uses pellet-based status calculations, so it'll divide its status chance up among its pellets until it hits 100%, after which every single pellet always procs something, and most of it is going to be gas. The Redeemer series also has innate blast on its shots, so Condition Overload has about 4 effects on average to work with, counting the knockdown from blast, and then blast itself, magnetic, and gas procs toxin, so toxin. So yeah, even though this build is very simple, I found it interesting how it kind of ignores Melee 3.0 and is still extremely powerful. Nevertheless, it would make a whole lot of sense if Corrupt Charge could just fit in here somewhere. Again, I reworked the build to include it, and I did not think that version was better, but you can kinda do that. So High Noon has an initial attack that is these 2 quick little shots. So you can go boop boop and then shoot, and that basically gives you 2x combo. So I'm going to shoot into the group again, and you're going to carefully watch that combo. So I'm going to shoot into the group, boop boop, and then shoot, and like that's basically like having initial combo on the weapon, which is weird, but effective. If you want to try something different that's also effective and doesn't completely ignore Melee 3.0, here's a heavy combo efficiency build that's just pure gas, although remember you still have blast on the shots. This build doesn't have enough status chance until the combo counter is warmed up and Weeping Wounds gives you the rest, so it's significantly worse at first, but after that startup time, which might I mention takes a little while just because it's not as easy to cleave into enemies with the gunblade stances, but once you do get the combo, it really holds on to it reliably. It has that benefit that combo efficiency builds get, where with 40% from here, and then you're going to want to swap to Xeneric to get the other 60%, although it caps at 90% from Inner Might. You're going to be able to heavy attack and only lose 10% of your combo, and when you heavy attack, it resets your combo duration, so you're going to be able to easily sustain your combo duration, even though you only have a 5-second duration, because you could just heavy attack and it'll reset. So you will lose combo, but only 10% of it, and then if you just attack in between, you'll be good to go. This build is good, it's just not what I personally prefer, but if you wanted something that thinks that Melee 3.0 did happen, then you could try this. And if you really wanted some combo duration, you could replace Molten Impact and include it. I hope you have fun with the new Redeemer Prime in Melee 3.0, although it's a bit of a time capsule of a build. Happy hunting!